Okay, here we are back again, Brian Van from Sport by Track. We're going to do like a service video now for you guys. Take it apart, put it back together on the all-new Arai Corsair V. First thing you're going to notice, this thing comes with this handy little bag. It says multi-purpose tool, okay? Keep this. It has some great instructions in here, and it comes with this super cool plastic tool that is going to help you work on this helmet, okay? I'm going to put that in my pocket now because we don't need it just yet. Let's talk about the ever controversial shield mechanism that some people seem to struggle with. Right here, that gray lever, okay? It has an arrow that points up, pull up. Do the same on both sides and you're actually going to feel it disengage. You'll kind of hear it disengage and feel it all at the same time, then just grab the shield in the center and just take it right off the helmet. I think this is a good shield mechanism. I think it's pretty easy to use. Every great once in a while you might get one that's a little sticky, but for the most part I think they work very well. You see this cutout right here? This groove lines up with kind of a circular pivot that's here on the top. And we'll show you this when we take the side pods off. But just go ahead and push your shield back in. One thing you'll want to note is make sure that the shield is going in between the white plastic shield pivot and the side pod on the outside of the helmet. Try not to let it, kind of get stuck, underneath the white shield pivot. Just make sure it goes in between the two nicely, and kind of grab it like so. Push back until it's in the pivot. You can feel it go in there. Just push down. It's that easy. I mean, I think it's a good shield mechanism. Comes right off. The one on the V, whether it's any different or not, I'm not 100% sure. I think it might even be a little bit smoother than the previous one. It is an all-new shield, so perhaps those parts are all new as well. Nevertheless, works fine. While we're on this theme, let's look at this tool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide in here. There's no way Jeff will be able to pick this up on camera, but if you put this tool in there between the side pod and the helmet gasket, you're going to see inside, you're going to see some red plastic tabs, and essentially what you need to do is just need to push in on those tabs and it releases that pod, the side cover. It's that easy. It comes right off. And here is your release mechanism. This is what I pushed in on right here. Okay, you see it's kind of plastic, spring-loaded. These just screw on. What do you know? This tool allows you to do that too. Take those on and off, not a problem. If you want to zoom in here, Jeff, there's the shield pivot. Okay, that I was lining up the cutout on the shield with. Simple. Now to put this bad boy back on, just as easy. The very top part of it, you want to tighten up right here. It's going to be kind of hard to see because it's all black and a little shiny. There's essentially a tab. You need to line the tab up with the groove here on the top of the shield pivot. Locks down in there and then just kind of wiggle around and push in. Voila, there it is. Piece of cake. Can do the same thing on both sides. I'll show you guys how easy it is. Remove the LRS lever out of the way. Go ahead and get the shield or the multi-purpose tool in there. Push in on the red tabs. Off she comes, just like that. Super duper easy. Here is the cutout where the tab needs to go into. Go ahead and line that up and push in. Bam, that easy. Now the wing. The wing can come off. This tool will help you do it. If you want to zoom in here, it's this side of the tool that has this little tab poking up, okay? Put the wing all the way down in the lowermost position. This is a little more difficult to do, but it's not a big deal, and it just shows you that Arai was definitely thinking forward and made this all nice and serviceable. Essentially what you have to do, Jeff, if you can snug up right here, this is the shield, the wing mechanism, both sides, okay? And it is got a certain amount of flex built into it as it's just plastic, okay? You can see here there's a little cutout. The tab on the tool lines up with, you push in to compress it, comes off. So, if you need to replace these, they're replaceable. I'm sure that the actual pivot for the wing can be obtained through Arai or even the distributors and the retailers very easily. You'd have to pull the diffuser off to get to that, but I think most often it would probably be an issue with the wing if there was some abuse to the helmet if you dropped it. Go ahead and slide the wing back on. It's a little more tricky than you might think. What I found that I had to do was go ahead and line up the one slot and then push over a little bit like so. Remember, start everything in the downwardmost position. I'm really setting myself up here on camera messing around with this brand new, extremely expensive helmet here with this wing, but I want to show you guys what it takes to do this. Now, I had to push over a fair amount here and push down, and there you go. Push forward. So as you can see, not super easy, but it's very doable, not a problem. Okay, we've done the wing, we've done the side pods, we've done the shield, multi-purpose tool. We're going to put that to the side. Remember, don't lose it. Keep it, you're going to need it. One of the features that I forgot to point out, it has a chin curtain that is part of the helmet, and it's adjustable. It's a nice little feature that carried over from the RX-7 Corsair. Now let's move on to the groundbreaking, releasable, emergency releasable cheek pads. You see right here, there's an orange tab to let the emergency staff know that this helmet has that feature. Okay? Essentially what you have to do is pull on that tab, it loosens the neck roll, like so. Okay? Then they would grab this orange strap, like so, and pull out. What I'm going to do is, you know how we like to do stuff here, I'm going to go ahead and do this for real. To show you guys how well this works. I was messing around with this in my office, and it's really quite amazing. And the whole idea here is, let's say that you've had an accident, and they suspect, some type of, neck spinal trauma. They can get the helmet off with very little resistance. Jeff, you want to pan in here? See how easy that thing came off? Let me get my hair back on. Okay, so as you can tell, cheek pads are still completely removable. Updated dry cool material from Arai, super plush, nice. You can remove the covers off the cheek pad, wash just the covers. Here's the multi-density padding that they use inside here. Emergency cheek pad release. Well, I'll tell you, that's a cool feature, and that's something that could really make a difference literally in somebody's life. For the first time ever, the neck roll is removable. Go ahead and give it a little light tug there and follow it all the way around the back. Give it a nice little light tug, and you'll see here's the ventilation here, and we'll kind of show you how that flows through some channels in EPS. Removable neck roll, that's a first for Arai. Top pad, just like the previous models. Reach up in here. You're going to notice the snaps are a lot further down on this top pad than they were in the previous model. Just feels a little more heavy duty than it did on the RX-7. Two snaps up in the front. There's our top pad. Everything from this helmet just screams quality when you've got it in your hands. I think they've done a great job. Both of the chin strap covers are removable too. It's a little bit of a pain to do that. You got to release this plastic tab up here, and then they slide down. I just don't feel like feeding everything back through there. We want to stay within our YouTube window, but here's the tab. Jeff, if you're in on that, nice and tight. And it just basically clips over the metal portion of the chin strap where it's riveted to the fiberglass shell of the helmet. Very self-explanatory when you get to it. If you want to tighten up on the EPS, Jeff, and see if they can see the 6 holes drilled in it for the ventilation. And then back here, these are going to be really tough to get on the camera, but here's the 2 little holes for the new neck ventilation, the neck roll. A couple more exhaust holes back here. Kind of hard to pick up. I don't know if how's that angle?